Hi, good morning. Welcome to Ikate's Crossing. Okay, so what I want to do here is look at the tarot decks. At the tarot decks that I received during 2024. So where do I actually begin is a good starting point. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to begin with the Lunar Tarot by Jane Wallace. Okay. I've been collecting Jane Wallace's decks anyway, and I'm just waiting for one more to come in. Should have been here, but it hasn't. So, I've got Lunar Tarot anyway. Lunar Tarot came in. As always, two-piece box, normally two-piece boxes, like that. Beautiful guidebook with lots of information in them. Good, lots of spreads, good backing to the card. I like the quality. For me, they work really well. Laminated, of course. Pip cards. They're usually pip cards, and they do have sort of keywords at the bottom or affirmations of some sort. Beautifully done. The major arcana are really simple. Really easy imagery to work with. The affirmations and the keywords, or the keywords at the bottom, are always really good. There's always lots of information to work with these decks. They're a great sort of starter decks, even though they're not traditional Rider-Waite-Smith pips, minor arcana. They do work really, really well. So I love working with Jane Wallace's decks, hence the collection. So the Lunar Tarot was the first one that I got. Now this was all about the moon phases, of course. I really didn't sort of say too much about that. So it just says, manifest your dreams with this energy of the moon and wisdom of the tarot. So yeah, well, lunar for those. Yeah, it's always about the moon. So moon phases and things like that. I'm not going to go into too much detail. I did do unboxings of all these decks on my channel, so if you want to know more, you can always check out the unboxings. Okay, so that was the first one, the Lunar Tarot. Okay, let's have a look. What else did I get here? So I've got Tarot of the Sorceress, which is a Witch's Wheel of the Year tarot deck. Okay, so discover concealed oracle messages and bring to light your hidden depths with the Tarot of the Sorceress, inspired by pagan spirituality. This deck revolves around the seasonal festivals, sabbats, and solar events that comprise the Wheel of the Year, and rituals encompassing the four elements of air, water, fire, and earth. So yeah, excellent tarot deck there. A great guidebook, beautiful box it comes in. Excellent guidebook with lots of information. So found this really helpful. Backing, and then the images. Oops. You can see the just give you an idea. I'm not going to go through all the cards, of course, just to show you an example. I did do an unboxing on the channel, so you can have a look at that if you want to look at more of the cards and look at my thoughts and everything about the deck. So absolutely another excellent purchase. Okay. What did I just drop? Oh, this. Okay. I also got Mythologia Finnica Tarot, which was a Finnish a deck from Finland, with the myths and the legends, working with the deities and things like that. A beautiful two-piece box, beautifully done. Another beautiful guidebook, which is absolutely excellent. I've actually been really lucky with the guidebooks that have been written lately with some of these excellent decks. Okay, so that's the backing, silver gold gilding, and then the imagery. The art's lovely. I think it's really quite dreamy in a way. Yeah, just excellent. Lots of learning. If you want to learn about the Finnish mythology, working with the deities, things like that, I think this is a really great deck to sort of dive or jumpstart that study, should I say, jumpstart that study. So like with a lot of these tarot decks that we get, they're a real jumpstart if we want to sort of further our knowledge about anything in particular. They can really sort of jumpstart that knowledge, which is quite cool. Again, excellent book, guidebook, beautifully gifted, lovely box. Right, Legend of the Sleepy Hollow. Two-piece box, little guidebook. It's quite a good little guidebook. It's not overly done. Not a lot of information. Not a lot. Very little. I wouldn't even call it a page, really. As you can see, just that little bit of information there. Not a lot. But a few spreads. Just a good little basic there. And then, of course, you've got the imagery, which is based on the classic Legends of Sleepy Hollow. Not the modern takes or the TV series, the classic movie. There are, of course, a reminiscence of Rider-Waite-Smith, even though there are some differences, like Ten of Wands doesn't show anybody. So there are some differences, of course, but it does hail to the Rider-Waite-Smith. But of course it's based on, they've really included the classic story, Legends of Sleepy Hollow. So make sure that if you're interested in this deck or you've purchased this deck, make sure you have watched the classic movie, because it does give you an idea on the characters and that there and who they are. So yeah, that was the back to them. Sorry, I'm putting them away as I go, so that I'm not too caught up. Okay, so I did get Buffy the Vampire Slayer from Insight Edition. Okay, again, their two-piece box, their guidebook. Now, this is one of the decks, Insight decks, that actually have images on all the cards. Okay, normally on Insight Edition tarot decks, you'll find that the minor arcana are pips, but this deck here, let me just grab like the Seven of Scythes, as you can see, are people or images actually are on the cards. They're not pips. They're not the pips and the minor arcana. They're actually taken from the characters of the show, of the TV series. So yeah, this is one of the more illustrated minor arcana decks in the Insight Edition. Okay, so that was Buffy the Vampire Slayer. Now I did get Ghostbusters as well. Now this one is Pips, the minor arcana. I mean, the major arcana are really good. Oh, you got the odd one, like Five of Marshmallows. They've still got characters on them. But then you've got like Seven of Traps. Oh, so some of these were all characters as well. Some of them not, like 3 of traps. 10 of traps. So some of them are really imagery, and some seem more pippish, but then I think it's just the way they're done. So overall, yeah, see, 2 of Wands. So yeah, you can mainly, I mean, not all, I wouldn't call this really a pip deck, really, I suppose, when you look at it. Just want to sort of show you. Okay, just give you an idea of the imagery. Again, you'll get the guidebook, and so no, it's not too pippish. It's not like the other ones. It feels like they're getting better with their decks as they create their new ones. Some of the creators have sort of thought a little bit more in depth about the imagery. Okay, Beetlejuice. I think Beetlejuice was quite well done as well. So I think this year with the decks, they seem better. Another imagery one. I think those that have got ones like Supernatural, which was a mixture of pips and characters, then you've got Lord of the Rings and Labyrinth, which I think were very pip, and then you've got ones like Dark Crystal, which is also pip, which I haven't got. Star Trek was all characters, but they were a bit weird. I'm not sure about the, I think there was a few of the other decks as well, maybe pippish, but I think some of them come out really, really well. I think it depends on the creator, on the artist, on the illustrator, but also too, I think they've improved a lot each time they've done them. I think they seem to be getting better. Even though I still love my Labyrinth and Lord of the Rings, and of course I love my Supernatural, that's the one I've got backup of, but I think they are getting better in regards to doing more images in the minor arcana instead of making them all pips. So that's good. So just my thoughts, I'm just rambling as I go through this here. Okay, so we've done those ones. Let's put them back. Just don't want to drop everything because it'll be just my luck. Okay, so I did get Native American tarot as well, the Low Scarabeo one. A little white book, of course. And I'm actually really enjoying working with this deck as another alternative to my other Native American tarot, the US Games one. I do like the art on this. Also, I wish I had sort of like a large companion book, something a little bit more in depth with the deities and things. But the little white book does share some information with it. So that's that one. Okay, and I did get Tarot of the Spirit again. Of course, excellent deck. Pamela Easkin's art's been around for a long time. I have had this deck before, of course, but it disappeared, so I've replaced it. So yeah, absolutely, I love this. Just a little, it does go with wind instead of air. There is fire, water, and earth. And it does have brother, sister, brother, then mother and father. Does have keywords at the bottom of some sort, so they do make you sort of think a little bit about yeah, I just find them beautifully done. They do make you think about the cards when you get the imagery. Okay, another deck I did get was the Stained Glass Tarot recently. Very pip looking in some cases, but the stained glass is beautiful. I mean, not all completely pips, but definitely feels a little bit more pip than a traditional Rider-Waite Smith in many ways. But beautifully done when you're looking at the stained glass. If you actually stop and look at the images, even though they look like pip, there is more to it when you've got time to dive into the cards. Beautifully done. So yeah, that was the Stained Glass Tarot. Right, now I did on a secondhand Facebook group, and I did manage to, from another New Zealander, get 3, whoops, my phone, I didn't need to do that, 3 decks from that one person, which was really good, which I was quite rapt about. Okay, so I did get the Arcana, Marseille Arcana Tarot. So as you can see, like a Tarot de Marseille deck. And I was really lucky that even though the boxes weren't in pristine, which didn't matter, didn't bother me at all, the cards were excellent. So yeah, just like a Marseille, a Tarot de Marseille type of decks, Marseille Arcana. Then I got the Paulina Tarot, which I was absolutely rapt because I wanted one of Paulina's decks anyway. So I was quite rapt to get, this had been on my wish list, so I was quite rapt to get a copy. Anyway, so very sort of fantasy artwork. If you haven't actually had any of her decks before, they are quite busy. There's quite a lot in them, so they do take a moment to sort of, if you, I mean, you can read from the titles. If you read tarot, you'll read really well with them, but if you want to dive a little bit further into the imagery, it does take a minute to sort of dive into the image. But I love them. Okay, and then the last one here from this selection here was the black cats that I got, which I thought was quite cool. Yeah, just a little bit different. I'm not normally a huge cat fan, but I do like, I do have a couple, I do have like Cats Rule the Earth, and this was another alternative. I just felt this was sort of, it gave it a sort of a darker sort of imagery. I don't know, I just felt it was just an alternative deck, put it that way. It was an alternative deck. So that's there. Okay, so that was basically all the tarot decks that I thought I was going to have this year. I thought, right, that's it, ready to do the video. I won't get any more, but I couldn't believe it. I actually just got Grateful Dead, which you'll have just seen the upload, the unboxing to. So this is done Elizabeth Jaworski and Erin Cardigan. And it's Weldon Owen is the publisher. Weldon Owen. It's the official tarot deck and guide. So yeah, beautifully done. 2 box guidebook, which was good. It was just enough information, quite a bit of information there in each one. Those were the backs, so they're not like reversible backs, but the deck is, I'm not worried about that. And then the imagery, of course, very skull, very Grateful Dead, very connected to the music. I would have liked a little bit more information. I don't know, but I like it. I think I'm going to start working with it. I've only just sort of started, so I think I still need to dive a little bit more into the Grateful Dead music lyrics, and just sort of get a little bit more of a connection with the cards in some way. So I'm still sort of getting to know the deck. As you can see, it's pretty much still in order. So yeah, that's all the tarot decks that I got in 2024. I'll do a separate video for all the Oracle decks, otherwise we're going to be here forever, and I don't think you guys want to sit for too much longer. Okay, so that was it for me for 2024 tarot decks that I purchased, or that I received. So that's it from me. Don't forget to check the links down below. Check the links on my channel. Like, subscribe, and ring the bell so you know when the next video will be uploaded. And a big thank you to my Ko-Fi family. And thank you very much for the supporters, Ko-Fi supporters. I really want to say a big thank you to everyone who comments, subscribed, and likes the videos. Take care. Blessed be.